Okay, so this isn't something I would normally do out of principle because I don't really believe in just like ripping games out for no reason. But I just played Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, which, to be honest, I have had very minimal playtime with the Call of Duty franchise. It's not something I ever got hugely into. I was always into Medal of Honor and stuff like that and kind of moved away from it over time. And then Battlefield, I had my time with that. So Call of Duty, just I skipped that for a bit. I did play the first few, and then kind of fell away from it. Infinite Warfare coming up, I did give it a pass initially. I thought, hey, this is just going to be another Call of Duty game, not really interested. I started listening to some things people were saying about it, some of the reviews, some of the the information that got leaked coming up to its release, and I thought, you know what, I'll give it a chance. I will give Call of Duty a chance to reposition itself in the first-person shooter genre and give us something decent. Even though people have been complaining, saying it's borrowing a lot from other franchises, saying it's too similar to Halo, they're borrowing from the the whole jetpack thing now that's going on, and everyone's got to have a jetpack or some sort of boost ability. I've played this game for probably 25, what time is it now? Yeah, 25, 30 minutes. I've uninstalled it. I installed it, which took longer than my playtime, and I have uninstalled it. And it's gone, and I'm never going to touch it again. It is garbage. It is absolute garbage. We are so far above this quality of game as gamers. We should be ashamed of this company for even developing this game and expecting us to pay money for it. No, we're better than this. First off, it's just another shooter. They've done nothing. They've revolutionized nothing. It's basically a bullet hell shooter in a first person costume. You get shot at and blown up from everywhere, and you just do not see it coming. It doesn't matter how much attention you're trying to pay. You will die, and you will die again, and then you will come back and you will die again because you just can't get away from it. I don't know how many times I respawned just on the first level alone, but just literally the first wave of enemies because I couldn't figure out what to do. There's no real visible way to actually hide behind cover. I tried everything. I looked through the control configurations. It might be me. I will openly say that might be me. Maybe I just didn't look hard enough. But I really didn't see using cover as any sort of help. Mostly because every time I hid behind something, some prick would throw a grenade at where I was hiding and blow me up. So that really didn't do anything for me. And of course, I'm going to say, spoiler alert, if you're not playing, if you haven't played it yet, and you really, really, really don't want this groundbreaking story to be broken for you, I do apologise. One of the first things they do, and this is becoming a huge thing now, I don't know why, futuristic games, they give you a friggin' android, like a cyborg thing that's, it's got artificial intelligence in it, and it's all smart and like a human, and give it a gun and throw it into battle with you. I'm going to point out, just for the first part, that the multiple amount of enemies you're going to be fighting in this initial stage, they're robots. Not only are they robots, a majority of them are robots that are almost identical to the one that's on your side, and they do give a name tag pop up to show you, hey, this is someone you probably shouldn't be shooting at them. But when you've got bullets coming at you and explosions happening around you and all this shit going on, I'm not looking at my record to see if there's a name in the middle of it first. I'm shooting shit. That's what you want me to be doing in this game, is shooting at shit. 3 times. I failed this mission 3 separate times because the android or one of my team members just wandered off into the middle of the battlefield and walked into my gunfire and I killed them. And I got a game over for that and had to start again. That's not alright. That is not okay for you to do that, to set up this game as this massive thing and, advanced AI and special AI and all this crap, and then have that happen. Like, who the hell does that? In a real life situation, if this was actually a modern fight, like warfare, if it was warfare, you wouldn't just wander off into the battlefield where people are firing and walk out into gunfire. Like, that's not normal. And just the stupid amount of stuff going on all at once, and they expect you to hide and shoot and hide and shoot. I couldn't find anywhere to hide. If I hid, they barraged me. They charged at where I was hiding. 4 of them. One time, I was hiding behind a wall. 4 of them, 4 guys come around the wall and just bullet storm me right over the top of my head. I can't figure these people out. I called out Call of Duty as a franchise in my as video games art video, and I referred to it as not being artistic, in the sense that all they do is basically revitalise the series every now and again with some pretty graphics and try to call it something new, when really it's not. But this is something different altogether. Like, this doesn't borderline, is it art? This is it a video game? Is this even a video game anymore? Is this a joke? Is this a running joke from these people who just keep pumping this crap out and saying, hey, here's another one, give us some money, you go play with us. It's not. It's stupid. It's so stupid. And I wasn't even playing this on hard. This was just on normal mode. This was just normal, what you would expect to go into a first-person shooter. It's just normal difficulty. I can't stress that enough. I just don't understand. Where do you people get this from? Please, tell me, where do you get this from? Where do you get the love of this game from, this franchise? Where does it come from? Where are you finding it? How are you getting it? Because I just do not understand. It's ridiculous. It's just, there is no way. None of the guns have any real feedback. You never know whether it's doing any more damage than any of the other weapons. There isn't anything that tells you, yes, you're doing a good job. This gun is effective. I did as much damage with a friggin' handgun as I did with a machine gun, with an assault rifle. What's the point? I don't care. I could headshot with a pistol, but I tried doing that with an assault rifle, and I just stood there and plunged bullets into him until he died. I just don't get it. I fully just don't get it. And the fact that these people expect you to go out there and spend your hard-earned money on this crap, and then just kill you over and over and over again to compensate for the fact that they clearly can't make a good game anymore. I mean, Battlefield 1 has just come out, and yes, I understand it's come out to mixed reviews. I haven't played it yet. I'm going to be open about the fact I haven't played it yet. Maybe I don't think I even will play it, to be honest. It's really, first-person shooters aren't a huge part of my gaming life nowadays. But the fact that it's releasing in and around that similar sort of time, and the response Battlefield 1 has gotten in terms of it being a good game. It's not a great game, it's not a perfect game, but people are enjoying it. I understand Call of Duty. I understand it's a multiplayer thing. I understand there's a professional game league dedicated to it. I know the first-person single-player thing is not what these companies are focusing on. But that's the problem. That's the issue. They're not focused on any demographic except the multiplayer anymore. I personally don't have time for multiplayer. I do not have time for it. I don't have time to run around and get better at this game, to play it, to have good guns and good skills. I don't have time. I just simply don't. And to not be able to sit down in my spare time, or when I'm building for the channel, or I'm doing something, to not be able to just sit down and play a friggin' game. To just play a friggin' game and enjoy it for an hour or two, it infuriates me. It infuriates me. It's unnecessary. These people they can build games. Clearly they can build the games. They can make them functional. And I'm not even going to pretend like I'm on the technical level of being able to build one of these things from the ground up or anything like that. But these people have no idea what they're doing anymore. There's no substance here. It's all hype. And it's crap. I'm sorry, but it's crap. We deserve better than this. If you went into a cafe, like, I love coffee. Like, I'm a coffee nut. I will go out of my way to get decent coffee. If you went to a cafe and you spent $89 on a cup of coffee, and that was the most disappointing cup of coffee you'd ever had in your life, you wouldn't just walk away from that cafe and be like, okay, that's fine. You'd go back and you'd tell them to do it again. You would go back and you would say, this is not what I was promised. Do it again. These game developers need to be pulled to task. They need to be told, your game has no substance. Your game has no lift. We do this with other games that don't try. Games that are supposed to come out as something that they're not. No Man's Sky will be the most relevant example I can think of that will come to most gamers' minds as soon as I finish that sentence. When something isn't what it's supposed to be, or it isn't how it was advertised, or it isn't how people said it was going to be, we take these people to task and we tell them, no, this isn't good enough. But this is another one. This is another Call of Duty rollout. It's another whole heap of stuff that is just not there. I really don't understand. I'm going to back this off a little bit now because it's rant is huge, and I'm sorry that I ranted, but I had to because I just couldn't get over this. So personally, I've uninstalled it, not going near it again. I'm not interested in this. I'm not interested in dying every 7 seconds and having to restart the mission, then shooting someone by mistake and having to restart the mission, and getting blown up by a grenade when I'm trying to hide and having to restart the mission, and then shooting my own friggin' robot because he looks like all the other friggin' robots, and then having to restart the friggin' mission again. If you found something in this that you love and you have a reason, please, for the love of gaming, let me know why. But I personally couldn't find it. 25 years of veteran gaming, and I have nothing but bad things to say about this game. It's not even pretty. It doesn't even look good. It doesn't even look pretty. It's not nice to look at. PS3 graphics era at best. Tell me, let me know, please, let me know if you found something in this game to love, because I certainly can't. And I don't mean multiplayer. I don't want to know about your multiplayer. Your multiplayer is not a gaming thing. Multiplayer is a multiplayer thing. This is about the game. This is about the single player campaign, about the game itself, not your multiplayer. Your multiplayer that's things that you guys do. That's not what I'm talking about here. Sorry, rant over. I'm going to go now. That was my thoughts on Infinite Warfare. Thank you for your time, and I apologise for the rant.